Hi everyone and welcome back to Loft Legacy. Just to prove that I do occasionally leave the house and don't sit here watching mouldy old video cassettes, I actually went to watch No Time To Die last night at my local cinema. And this is my review and my reflections on seeing the film for the first time. This contains major spoilers, so if you haven't seen the film or you don't want to listen to spoilers, stop watching now. Anyway, if you've already seen the film or you want to find out what happens, this isn't a clickbaity, oh it was awful kind of video. I went into watching the film with a little bit of hesitation. I'd read, it's a walk film and they've ruined it, and I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. The long running time as well, I thought, so I upgraded to a VIP seat because I thought I'm in this for the long haul, I want to be comfortable. I got a large popcorn and a Sprite because I thought, let's settle down and enjoy it. You know what? I really enjoyed it. A little bit different. I hope the franchise returns to a more traditional route, and I'll talk about that later. Things I loved. I thought the action was great. I thought Daniel Craig really relaxed into the role. I thought he was great in it. What I didn't like, I hated the gun barrel. Universal Pictures, what have you done to that gun barrel? It is not a marketing tool. The James Bond gun barrel is not a marketing tool. Leave it alone, Universal Pictures. And also, I hated the ending. I really did. Is he dead? Allegedly. You only live twice. I don't know. There's going to be another Bond, so... I did something really embarrassing last night. On the radio station Talk Sport, they occasionally, last summer during the pandemic, they reviewed Bond films, the Daily Bond. And Adrian Durham, one of the presenters, had been to see No Time To Die twice and was going to see it for a third time and said it's fantastic. He says, but when the credits roll, wait till the end. Wait right at the end of the credits because something happens. So credits roll, I thought, I'm going to sit here. There's a couple next to me, some random couple, and I said, it's going to come, something's going to happen. Oh, and they sat down and the credits went on and on and on and on and on and on. And the chap actually said, these are long credits, aren't they? And I actually said, if nothing happens here, I'm going to look a fool. Well, when at the end the No Time To Die logo came up and it went, ring, James Bond will return. Yeah, I thought something was going to happen. So she's in a Marvel film. But ayo, obviously not. Anyway, back to the film. The long running time didn't bother me. I thought it was really well paced, and the 2 3/4 hours, roughly what it is, it flew by. It went really quickly, which is a good sign. I've been to long films in the past and you kind of... dragging. But it was good. It was really good. The new 007, played by Latasha Lynch, Naomi, whatever she's called. She was really good. And the first trailer, unless they really recut and hadn't finished the film, is totally unrepresentative of the final film. She was actually quite good, and there was a bit of a buddy situation between her 007 and the real 007. Or is she the real 007? Who cares? But it's really good. I thought Ray Fiennes making a bit of a mess of things. I didn't really enjoy that. The fact that... I didn't like it that M said the F word. I swear like a trooper, but I thought it was really out of... I think bad language is out of place in a Bond film. Sorry, call me old-fashioned, but it is. The other characters, Moneypenny... Yeah, she was a bit through the motions. Q had a slightly bigger part than usual and a little bit more about his personal life. So what? It's 2021. Who cares? And people are saying, they shouldn't have made Q a gay character. Who cares? Who cares? It's 2021 and good luck to Q if he's in a relationship. Remy Malek, bit of a paint by numbers villain. He was okay. Blofeld getting killed off. A bit disappointing. But I know Christoph Waltz said, if Daniel Craig's not doing another Bond film, I'm not doing another Bond film. So it was quite a nice I thought it was a bit of a weak ending, though. I thought he could fall into the acid pit like the Russian scientist did. But as a film, thoroughly enjoyable, highly recommended. Some good old-fashioned Bond gadgets, and it was nice to see the V8 Volante without the special modifications from the Living Daylights. Silver birch Aston Martin DB5s in it. There's a new Aston Martin DBS. So for Aston Martin lovers, it's great. As a Toyota driver, I was made up that James Bond drives a Toyota in it. Whee! I drive a Bond car. Don't think so. But the action was flawless. The pacing is a little bit odd for a Bond film. It starts very, very, very slowly. And there are some quite slow periods in it. But it's a really well-paced film. The slow parts add to the drama. And it is quite a dramatic film. It is kind of soapy in parts and a bit over-melodramatic. But hey, it's something different. Wasn't on Her Majesty's Secret Service. And talking about on Her Majesty's Secret Service, I'd heard it was similar to the film. I was quite surprised to hear we have all the time in the world, and for James Bond to say it. It is a bit of a weird one, because the only Bond film I would like to be remade is on Her Majesty's Secret Service, because I think Bond become quite interesting as a widow after Tracy takes one in the head. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. In terms of how it compares to the other Daniel Craig films, well, it's definitely better than A Question of Sport, which is the worst Bond film ever. Really didn't like that. Not as good as Spectre. Not quite. A bit better than... On par with Skyfall. I actually prefer Spectre to Skyfall. Sorry, I know everybody says Skyfall's the absolute bee's knees of Bond's films, but I thought Spectre was a bit more Bondian than Skyfall. Still a really good movie. Not as good as Casino Royale. Daniel Craig, his debut is one of the best Bond films of all time. So one day I must get around to ranking all the Bond films. So who's next for Bond? Personally, I'd like James Norton to be Bond. He's the right age, he's got that suaveness, and he's a damn good actor. Watch him in the 2 series of Happy Valley. He plays the same criminal character, and he's totally different in both series, and he's extremely evil in it. And then, he's in Mafia and more mainstream leading role parts. And he was great in Grantchester as the slightly tortured jazz and whiskey looking priest. He was a good actor. I like James Norton, and he's the right age. Tom Hardy, I think he's missed his chance. I think he's a little bit too old. I think he's about 46, 47. So by the time they get around to making it, it's probably going to be 48. Yeah. I've got to say that Daniel Craig looked old last night. He looked older than 52. He wasn't quite Roger Moore, God bless him, in A View to a Kill, who was 57 and didn't look 57. I think he had a little bit of help not looking 57, but I can't fault Roger Moore. Loved him to bits. He did look a bit older, and I think this is it one film too many? Maybe, maybe not. I think it was a little bit too much the Daniel Craig show, this. It was executive producer, and I think some of the melodrama in it, I think he pushed that, to be honest. What I didn't like is, I thought that the film was a little bit over-violent. Now, I like violent films. I'm a big Tarantino fan. I've just watched the film Nobody on Blu-ray, and how that got the certificates it did, how that wasn't an 18 is a mystery to me. But at a 12A, just be careful if you're taking your kids to this. It's quite a violent film with, actual shootings and maimings, and yeah, well, it was quite one of the more violent Bond films. So what comes next? I really hope they don't reboot it back in time. There was talk a few years ago about Tarantino doing a retro 60s Bond film. If I want to watch a retro 60s Bond film, I'll get the Blu-rays out and watch From Russia with Love, a Goldfinger, one of the Connery classics. So I don't think they should go back. I think they should go forward. I don't want another reboot. I don't want another Bond. I want Bond to come back as an established character and somehow escape death and be ageless, living this timeless, ageless bubble that Roger Moore was in. Yes, that's how I want the next Bond. So yeah, I want an actor in the mid to late 30s to do it. James Norton, to me, would be really good. Henry Cavill, yeah, but possibly a bit too much of a big star, because you have Superman playing Batman. Sorry, Batman. Superman playing James Bond, because James Bond isn't a Superman. Henry Cavill, yeah, he looks the part. He looks great. Watch The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He looks brilliant in that, and you think, yeah, you could be James Bond, but I think he'd be good, but I think he would have problems shaking off some of his stardom and being the Man of Steel. So James Norton's my choice. Keep going forward on productions. The film isn't woke. I thought it was quite contemporary. Yeah, it's a film for 2021, and people say, oh, his Bond's gone woke. He hadn't. I wasn't particularly... I didn't like the fact that Bond had a daughter and referred to it as a family, but then again, it was a way of closing things out. Who'd have thought it in the book and the film on Her Majesty's Secret Service that Bond would get married? So these things happen in the world of Bond. So I'd recommend it. Strong film, really enjoyed it. The long running time, don't let that put you off. It flew by. Just to recap on the Daniel Craig rankings, my favourite film of his, Casino Royale. Then Spectre, No Time to Die, and Skyfall on par, and trailing way behind Quantum of Solace. I've always struggled with that film. You can tell the writers were on strike. That's all I can say about that little entry. A strange entry into the Bond. I always think of Quantum of Solace, A Question of Sport, as sometimes it's known as a bit like being an extra feature on a Blu-ray DVD. It's like a lot of outtakes stitched together, but it's a Bond film. It's a Bond film, even though the gun barrel's at the end. I hope you've enjoyed my review. We're going to get back to looking at some old stuff very soon. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to put your comments on No Time to Die below, please do. Don't get any film review advice off Adrian Durham on TalkSport. You know that. I do love TalkSport. Adrian, why did you encourage me to stop to the end of it? Anyway, it was worth it to see James Bond will return. But Universal, if you market the film again, if you distribute the film again, leave that gun barrel alone. We want to see some blood on the gun barrel. Apart from that, enjoyed it. Thumbs up. Good night out at my local cinema. And nice to be back in a cinema, not wearing a face mask, and yeah, a bit more normality. It was nice to see the cinema. I went to my local View at Southport, just 15 minutes drive away, and I thought, it was nice. It was nice just to have a bit of normality again back in our lives. Take care, everybody, and I hope to see you soon.